What's up guys, it's Mr. Janvet and welcome to Janvet Academy, your #1 source for competitive Pokemon. In today's video, I'll be discussing the top 5 Pokemon that need to get a buff. Now, this doesn't mean the top 5 ever, I just kind of picked a list, and I feel like these deserve it. In this list, I left out the starters because those likely won't change unless Mega Evolutions return. This list is based on Pokemon that are currently unviable competitively that have hidden potential. That said, let's get into this list. Number 5, Schnatic, or as he's more commonly referred, the People's Champion. Schnatic is the newest addition to the Mushroom Pokemon family, and it sports a pretty rare grass fairy typing shared only with the Whimsicott line and Tapu Bulu, because clearly Florges and Comfey didn't quite fit the bill. Game Freak aside, why is this creepy little thing on this list? Well, Grass Fairy is actually not horrible typing defensively and offensively. With the right stat distribution, it can make for a pretty solid type combo. Unfortunately, there's a reason it's on this list, this Pokemon has absolutely nothing going for it. It's far worse than its other typing counterparts in every single way. It has no great stat, no great ability, and have you seen how creepy this thing is? I mean, seriously, what the?
You're standing there, you're screwing me, and you're f***ing useless.
Being a mushroom, it was granted 2 pretty great moves though, in Spore and Strength Sap. If it were to gain a huge boost in HP similar to Amoonguss, or a major boost in its defenses, or just simply a solid ability like Regenerator amongst the many options. I mean, Illuminate, come on now. I think this Pokemon has a lot of hidden potential if only some simple changes were made. Number 4, Palossand. This one is very dear to me because upon its introduction I really liked its design. I'm also a sucker for unique special abilities that only certain Pokemon can obtain, so you can imagine my excitement upon hearing about Water Compaction. A cool equivalent to Storm Drain on a unique Pokemon at that. This is amazing. How can you beat this, right? You can't mess this up. I think we all know what happens next. To my utter disappointment, this ability does not make you immune to water. That paired with the fact that it doesn't have the stats to allow it to shrug off strong water moves, especially because most tend to be specially oriented, and it has a far worse special defense stat in comparison to its defensive stat. I was hoping in Generation 8 they would change this, but as usual, Game Freak seems to get a kick out of shooting down my dreams. RIP Talonflame. Since it has access to this cool recovery move called Shore Up, however, I think allowing it to gain access to some cool boosting moves such as Calm Mind and buffering its HP a bit more, maybe to Hippowdon level HP, I think would make this Pokemon an amazing asset to any team in the future. Number 3, Togomaru. So many missed opportunities with this one. First and foremost, why does it not learn spikes? It's a spiky rat. Honestly, in the case of Togomaru, a moveset change alone could do it a lot of good. But I really have to question what they were thinking with this stat distribution. Its highest stat is attack, yet not high enough to really matter. Its move pool and abilities are defensive, yet it has abysmal defensive stats. And it's not slow, but it's by no means fast. It's as if while being created, they thought, how can we make the Pokemon equivalent of that one kid that disappoints his parents? I think if Togomaru had serious defensive stats, access to moves like Spikes, Rapid Spin, and Steel Spikes, it could be a very, very interesting Pokemon to consider. Number 2, Electivire. I think everyone saw this one coming. Say it with me. Why is this not a fighting type? Since its introduction in Generation 4, Electivire has been the poster child for underperformance. He's literally the lead singer of Shame and Disappointment to my family. I mean, how can you be in the same tier as your pre-evolution? But to be fair, it's not all its fault. On paper, Electivire seems to have it all, but for some reason, it's not a fighting type. It gets access to fighting moves that even most fighting types don't learn. I thought for sure with the introduction of Mega Evolutions, it would finally get to acquire this, but no. I mean, Why do that when Pokemon such as Mewtwo so desperately need it? With the introduction of region variants, I thought for sure now Electivire is going to get some respect put on his name. But they decided no respect for Electivire. And then with the introduction of the DLCs, close combat became a move option, something that Electivire never got access to. But once again, why give Electivire close combat when Pokemon such as Arrokuda so desperately are in need? Guys, I think we can all agree that it's time that Electivire got some respect. We had several opportunities in Zeraora, in the Galarian Zapdos, in Electivire for us to have an electric fighting type by now, but nothing yet. And I think Electivire is the perfect Pokemon to give birth to that unique type pairing. Number 1, Luminia. Okay, let's be serious here. That thing has no hope. Number 1, Castform. This thing has to be up there for the most uniquely forgettable Pokemon. I mean, when is the last time you ever thought about Castform? Ever since we unexpectedly received this thing, and reluctantly if we're honest, from the weather facility back in the Hoenn region, it feels like it was just forgotten. Put in the box, never to be seen again. It feels as if someone pitched this brilliant idea for a Pokemon, but decided last minute it wasn't worth the effort. Castform is still the only Pokemon with its ability, which is good. It's pretty cool, but it's super conditional, especially now that weather is no longer permanent. I think this Pokemon deserves a huge buff with its ability's effect. Every stat should be doubled, except its HP when it transforms, and it should keep its normal typing. That sounds over the top, but have you ever looked at Castform stats? If not, don't do it, because it'll be nothing more than a waste of your time. With this change though, we could see some really cool strategies involving Castform, and who wouldn't want that, right? That's going to conclude today's video. That's my top 5. I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. If you like these videos, hit the like button. That lets me know if you want more. I'll produce more. Again, subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.